it makes me feel good to see the daughters of the Sphinx, the heroines of Jericho, the daughters of the seven seals, the daughters of the Amorites. Why? Because all of this, along with the ancient Arabic order of the nobles of the mystic shrine, all of this represents your history, black man, and your history, black woman. All praise is due to Allah. Why are you called the daughter of the Sphinx? And what is the Sphinx? Messenger Muhammad teaches us that the planet Earth is 196,940,000 square miles, 57,255,000 square miles of land coming up out of 139,685,000 square miles of water on a planet that weighs 6 sextillion tons as it spins on its own axis at 1,037 1/3 miles per hour as it makes its way around the sun every 365.25 days per year. Messenger Muhammad teaches us that your ancestors, black man and black woman, in Africa, that is the cradle of civilization. Messenger Muhammad teaches us that your ancestors, who represent the father and mother of every human being walking on the face of the planet Earth, if there were no black man and woman, there could be no brown man and woman. If there were no black man and woman, there could be no red man and woman. If there were no black man and woman, there could be no yellow man and woman. And yes, if there were no black man and woman, there could be no white man and woman. A planet, as I near my conclusion, a planet over 196,940,000 square miles, but your fathers and my mother, our father and mother, were able, with the span of their hand and the balances of their brain, they were able to determine the geographical center of the earth and erect what is called the Great Pyramids in the center of the earth. And the white man, in spite of all of his great schools of architecture, is still wondering how the black man was able to do it, still calling it one of the wonders of the world. Sitting in front of the Great Pyramid is the greatest piece of sculpture ever produced, called the Sphinx. The ancients call it Abu el-Hawl. Abu el-Hawl means the father of the globe, the father of the world. Broad nose like yours and mine, high cheekbones on the Sphinx like yours and mine, thick lips on the Sphinx like yours and mine, until a white man named Napoleon lined up his cannon and attempted to blow the broad nose and the thick lips from the face of the Sphinx, because he was angered that he had traveled from Europe to Africa, and there he found the black man and woman with a great society in majesty and glory, and he found our footprints yet there left in the sands of time. So Napoleon was angry and tried to blow the Sphinx away. But yes, you're the daughter of the Sphinx. You're not only the daughter of the Sphinx, but in another sense, you're the mother of the Sphinx. You're the mother of the Sphinx. You're the daughter of the seven seals, and now is the time that the seven seals are to be loosed from the book. For the truth has been hidden for 6,000 years. And the people have wandered and blundered and fumbled in the darkness. But the book says those people, as we said earlier, who have walked in darkness have seen a great light. Arise and shine, for that light is come. So, when we look at the history of this people, the father and mother of medicine, mathematics, science, law, government, civilization itself, architecture, mathematics, Everything comes from the black man and the black woman, and there are volumes of history now to substantiate it. But why haven't we known this? Because we were hit in the head at the East Gate, and the East Gate is in Africa, and we were carried on a westernly course to the Western Hemisphere. And when you lay out the flat map and look in the north corner, you will see America sitting in the north corner. In fact, it's a northwest corner, and under the filth, immorality, indecency, the freakish, licentious life of the Western world, we have been buried under an old rubbish heap, and the people of God are now suffocating and smothering under the rubbish heap of the Western world. But there is one with a master grip. There is one with a grip that will not slip. He's styled in the scripture as being the Jesus. He's styled in another place in the scripture as being the Christ, the anointed one who comes to crush the rule of the wicked and to crystallize the people into oneness with God. He's styled with a master grip. The Old Testament teaches us of Elijah. The Old Testament closes out telling us about the coming of Elijah. It says, behold, I will send you Elijah before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Old Testament, we say to you from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that the white man knows who you are. He knows who you are. And in his secret chambers, he teaches who you are. It is no wonder that he wears your flag, the star and the crescent, with a red background which represents the sun. It's a universal flag representing the sun, moon, and star, which represents the universal creation of the divine sovereign of the universe. It is no wonder that he wears your flag. He can't wear it upright like this. He has to wear it upside down with a sword running through the top. You've never seen it in the sky upside down. But when a Johnny-come-lately fella comes on the earth, a caveman who just crawled out of the caves and hills of Europe, who has been crawling around on his all fours on a dead level with hair all over his back, eating juniper roots and eating his meat raw and eating each other, just barely coming up 30 degrees, 32 degrees, which is freezing. And he gets his 33rd degree, which begins to thaw the fella out a little bit. And he builds a skyscraper here and there. He builds an airplane here or there. He sends a spaceship up here and there. But he's still the same caveman who came out of the caves and hills of Europe just a few days ago. But he knows who you are. So he wears you, a black man, in the center of his fez. The most racist white men in America who are in these secret societies and lodges, they wear your flag turned upside down with a sword running through it as a reminder that if they reveal the secret of who you really are, off would come their head and an end to their world. And this is the hour of your deliverance. This is the hour that one who was hit in the head, a blow that rendered him dead, should be raised from a dead level to a living perpendicular, upright on the square. His conduct must be squared up. Her conduct must be squared up. Their passions must be rounded off, because whoever controls the diameter of your learning experience, if they prescribe the diameter of your learning experience, they control the circumference of your activity.